Hello there, I'm elboydo and welcome to From the Depths, a physics-based sandbox game currently available on the Steam Early Access. And this is battle testing, where I take two ships from the Steam Workshop, pit them against one another in the best of 3 rounds, and we find out who comes out on top. Both ships picked because they're either max in RP, cannon amount, or another factor to make them balanced. In this episode we have Joe 47321's I believe that is his name. If I'm wrong, then I apologise. And here's Joe's 40 gun WarYacht. It's a 84 KRP, quite a cheap vehicle. And what I love about it is it's a sail ship, entirely wooden, and uses large cannons. It's simple and beautiful. I mean, it's small, tightly compact, as you see. It's got lovely sail design there, and it just generally looks apart. So, as you can tell, I'm not going to put it against some sort of battleship. No, I'm going to put it against a sail ship. And I feel the best competitor here is one I turned up a little while back and haven't yet put up, the HMS Rose. It's another 40 gun frigate. It's a little bit longer, but it's still roughly similar. It costs a little bit more due to the extra length. However, in this game you could debate that smaller size and more guns is better than a bigger size. I mean, size is not always everything, is what I'm saying here, ladies. So, let's pit them against one another, see who comes out on top. As you can see, they're both opposite teams, so you know there's no shenanigans going on. The WarYacht is poking itself a little bit away, however it will turn around and start to fire in a second, I believe. I hope. I had an incident a minute ago where I realised it hadn't yet been configured with AI. Here we are, it's open fire now. It's taken a couple of hits, that's based off the spawn, but it's best of 3 rounds now. One key thing to note is that the WarYacht, that uses ammo processors and minimal ammo barrel, so it can fire a lot off with minimal hassle. The HMS Rose, on the other hand, that uses only ammo barrels, so once it's used its ammo, it's going to be very, very sliss. Get a bit of frame rate loss from the immediate spawn / spam of ammo, and I think because we lost that mast, then it always causes a bit of a headache. But so far, both ships are doing their level best to knock the crap out of one another. They seem to both be focusing on the same point towards the rear of each other. And yeah, I mean, so far as it stands, the HMS Rose, that has lost one mast, but it seems to be doing okay for construction quality. The 40 gun frigate, on the other hand, appears to have lost a good bit of its armour, and I think the guns towards the rear are gone, but its sails are still up, which means it's got a speed advantage. Over here, oh, hang on, it would appear that the rudder is gone, which means that this ship is unable to turn. That is a very costly thing to lose for this type of ship. But right now, it's still everyone's game. And I don't know, I mean, this is quite a, it's going to be a fairly simple, straightforward thing, just back and forth until one gets that lovely hit to take out either the AI or the munitions of the other. That is the beautiful bit of these, because they can just go on and tear into one another. With the sail frigate, we have a lot of repair. He went mad for them, so that means it's a matter of doing more damage than they can dish out. Doing more damage than they can repair, even. But it's lost a good amount of the cannon on the side. If you look inside to it, it's going to be very loud in a second. It's, as you see, it's entirely walkable. Entirely. But, I don't know, being inside it, I wouldn't want to be, of course. That'd be quite nasty. Yeah, it's entirely walkable, which I love, especially for a boat of that size. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to have that. I mean, it's tiny. It's incredible. But on the other hand, much longer ship. So you've got your decking. The guns are very spread out, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. The only difference is I was very racy. I used a lot of receivers here, whilst you notice in Joe's one he used lighters. I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing. You see here, the AI here is quite exposed, to be honest. There's normally a replacement downstairs though, which Joe's ship is now working on. Yeah, it's now targeting the secondary AI. But yeah, like Joe's walkable, but not quite as good looking inside. I mean, on the outside, it's fine, but it's not got the elegance. And it would seem so far that Joe's has, well, it's disabled the Rose's for it to make distance, and the Rose has disabled the ability of the sailing frigate to sail. So, but I'd personally say that the sailing frigate has this round, because, well, look at it, I mean, it's repairing damage rapidly, it's getting back in the action. And we look over here, look at that wreckage, I mean, that's, yeah. But, yeah, I'm going to put this one down to the sailing frigate. Definitely. Okay, on to the next round then. Okay, and for now, we're on to round 2. The first round is one, as you just saw, by the sailing frigate. So this time we'll spawn the HMS Rose in first, and then we'll put the sailing frigate in second, and see how it goes. Rose, obviously a big ship for the power it puts out. I mean, like you'll notice with quite a lot of my builds, it's more size and style over substance, whilst with Joe's, I feel he's combined style and substance pretty damn well. I mean, it looks the part. All it needs really is a lick of paint, and then it'd be set to go. Okay, Joe's 40-gun yacht. Let's do it on the Stridus this time. And spawning in now. Let's see how round 2 goes. Oh, it spawned a little bit high, but shouldn't be too problematic. That's the main reason why I love sailing vessels. I mean, look at that. That's just spawn it in, you get that broadside straight away. And watching a broadside is, you know, it's a bit slow, but my god, it's just beautiful. I mean, the cannon rounds tearing across one another. Here, it would appear that the sailing frigate has the advantage as it is upwind. That's always a key thing to note with sailing ships. The ship on the left is always at a disadvantage, unless it's from the other end, in which case it's not right. I mean, but whichever one's closest to directing the wind, yeah. But so far on damage, it would appear that the sailing frigate's getting the crap knocked out of it in the front, whilst the Rose, the Rose has taken a lot of damage to the rear. I mean, but it's definitely going for the AI card. I'm not quite certain what's getting taken out on the frigate though. I mean, that appears to be general splatter everywhere. Oh, and there goes the rear mast of the Rose again. I'm not too sure what's going on with, oh yeah, the frigate's lost its ability to propel itself, hasn't it? It has no mast power. Well, it has minimal, but right now this is where the Rose can take advantage, get round to the front and start raking it. Once you get to, this is the key position that a lot of sailing combat relies upon, getting here. Because once you're round to the front, they've got next to nothing that can harm you, whilst you have a full broadside trained on their bow. And we might see in a minute that's where you can get the most damage along. However, the sailing frigate's no number. I mean, let's just poke down a little bit. Yeah, it's got a hole straight through. Well, yeah, it's blown a hole clean through the entirety of Rose, but unless it can get that sail back up, it is in deep trouble. Very, very deep trouble. I mean, yeah, this is what I mean by the raking manoeuvre. However, the Rose has used all of its munitions, so it can't take the full effect of it. Like I said earlier, after a minute or two, the Rose, it does not have enough ammo to keep firing. The first few broadsides tire it out. And this is what we're seeing. Just occasional nibbles. I mean, it's continuous, but how much damage can it really do? It's just a shame to get such a strong system, but you know, that's how it is. And it appears that the sailing frigate has lost its main mast now. However, if the Rose can end up on the receiving end of those cannons again, it can get turret wrecked. It's also doing itself a bit of a mischief here by sailing straight to the wind like that. It's now be upwind and struggling to get itself turned about. Yeah, about to see the cannons here. They're about to be able to get on target. So whatever the rows did during that period of time, it better hope it did enough. And we see a little bit now that hole just blown straight through to take out the other. The lower AI is still up, I believe, but that AI is dead. I'm not certain what the sailing frigate's doing here. It appears to be trying to manoeuvre itself to get the other side. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you do strange things. However, there's quite a fair bit of repairing going on in there, so it's not quite gameable. I think this one, I don't know. Right now it's just a rose firing straight into the front of there. The rigging filling the water, and yeah. I mean, unless one of those cannonballs penetrates the ammo barrel, then I'll have a reason to close it. However, I'm not too sure. I mean, those cannonballs are starting to get continuous now, aren't they? And do more damage into the front side. Oof. Not too sure. I mean, yeah, it's starting to out itself. So what I'm hoping for is we'll get the cannons trained on again, because then we start to see a bit more combat. But at the current moment, it seems a bit like the front of this is just getting torn apart. Here we are. Those cannons are firing on again. Let's see if they can change the pace of the battle. Problem is, I think they're firing so far back, they're starting to turn the ship. And yeah, doing a level best. It might be a recovery. I mean, the Rose has got itself in a very nasty position, and it's, you can see now, it's just losing the side there. It's got a hole blown clean through the side. But up here we've got the same story. It's just dents and Nisa's taken out of it. But I don't know, I want to see something get blown up properly at some point. Well, I don't think that's going to occur. Unless it's with a great deal of difficulty. I mean, I can't remember where exactly you put the ammo barrels in this. I think they're all the way down here. Very well protected. Very, very well protected. It would require a lot more penetration to get down there. On the other hand, over here, the roses, well, Herma barrels, I believe, are just here, and they're getting quite exposed. It's still everybody's game, and yeah. Not too sure. I mean, the Rose, he has a large chunk of the side taken out, and in general, a whole chunk of the frigate is gone. Everybody's game. It's getting a bit too slow now, so I'm just hoping we'll get that decent hit. And it appears a lot more rapid fire coming from the Rose in comparison. I'm not too sure what's going on there. But the sailing frigate doesn't seem to be running fire too often. I'm not sure if that's just the natural reload, or if it's I think what's happening is it's turning too far away and it's having to relocate itself. It's not doing itself any favours. Yeah, that's what's happening. I think every time the cannon fires, it's getting turned, or it's just trying to form a manoeuvre around. Just madness. Pure madness. But oh no, I mean, it's staying on a fair bit. I'm gonna probably see on rough damage. With that is taken out. I mean, so far this has been it's dished out damage. It's been continuously firing more. The sailing frigates has been sort of getting beaten up and repairing, but I'm just not too sure. Not too sure. I mean, every time I say the sailing frigate out, it turns around and starts firing again, and enough of that fire will eventually take out the rows. Although, oh no, that's looking less plausible now. Oh no, I'll probably, as there's no conclusive win, I don't want to get a third round in. I'm going to probably call this one an even one. Both ships still firing, for certain. But it's at the point now where it's just going to be a matter of one keeps repairing, one keeps firing, one eventually get a lucky hit. We don't really get a conclusive victory. So, I'm going to call this one equal for now, so it's always be my third round. And hopefully that one will be a bit more conclusively decided. Same to Ray doing mid-combat, however, I'm not really seeing enough to keep it running. I mean, there's a massive amount of damage downside, but it's not really doing much more. And I think that master's gone now. But we'll throw it through to the third round. And we're on to the third round now, between the sailing frigate of Joe's 40-gun WarYacht versus HMS Rose. So, this time the WarYacht gets to spawn in, and the Rose will spawn in second. I mean, it's a beautiful little ship here. Definitely recommend trying it out. I've had a bit of fun with it. So, we've got that one spawned in. Now, yeah, is it level? It's level. We've got to get it to just about there, and let's get the Rose in. I mean, this is, I plan to make this a series eventually of just lots of different ships fighting against one another. Just, you know, to showcase what is on the workshop, what you can get, and the sort of things you can find in the game. I mean, it might not be fully action-packed all the way through, but hopefully it will have a few nice little intense battles we could enjoy. That's my plan at least, because I mean, for me this game is entirely about loading in a couple of ships, watching them duke it out, and the beauty of that fight. It's kind of dull to some, but everyone enjoys different things, I guess. So, HMS Rose spawned in on the Lightning Hoods, and hopefully it doesn't spawn underwater. This one's above water, a little bit in front, however, this time, as you see there, oh, bloody hell, bloody hell, what happened there? That was, oh my god, wow, okay, that was quicker than expected. It's still fighting on though, it is still fighting on. I did not see that coming. So the Rose spawns in and immediately in the first volley destroys the ammo magazine of the sailing frigate. Down goes all the pieces of the keel. The ship has just been completely and utterly taken out from the first. I mean, that's just crazy. That is just crazy. So, I guess it's 1-1 technically now. I mean, so if the sailing frigate can repair itself, then by all means, but I don't know. It's looking, I'd say that's pretty much, I don't know, it's fighting on though. That engine gets taken out though, it is over. But it's, yeah, it's definitely fighting on. Very valiantly. But it's starting to capsize. It's never a good thing. Yeah, here we are. It's now in the worst possible place it could physically be. It's got the wind towards it, so it shouldn't be tipping that way, but it is. Does Rose still have its rudder? Yep. So, oh no, I'm gonna have to. It's another one, so I think I might have to decide this one in favour of the Rose. I mean, that was an immediate knockout to an extent. That was, you don't see that every day. But it's moving that ammo, so it's going to become a war of attrition in a minute. But I might let this play out. And personally, I classify this as the Rose's victory, but yeah. I mean, oof, that was nasty. I mean, first hit just knocked it clean out. That was kind of beautiful. On this side though, the Rose, she's getting hit quite badly. The air exposed, and she's tipping. Not quite as bad as that. Not quite as bad. And I don't know, if another ammo barrel on this gets blown, I might have to call that one at that. We're starting to repair fully. If they get hit, then, you know, that's twice. So no matter what repairs could justify that. But they're both fighting on pretty valiantly. And yeah, I mean, okay, that's a peculiar one. The Cedric's now going for the ring of hose. I don't know quite where the manoeuvre into. I mean, but staying close enough. I mean, this is the distance effectively. But yeah, I mean, whew. That's how you start a fight. You just show up and hit the most valuable bit of your opposition. So, quite a lot of stuff's getting mangled over there. And there goes the rigging of the Rose again. It's always getting targeted, that. But it's beautiful when it drops down. Anyway, I'd be inclined by the sheer amount of side that's been torn into to put this down to a victory to the Rose. I mean, this has been torn into, but that's ammo immediately gone, and ship completely, well, completely torn apart, but quite badly torn up. So, on to the deciding round, because I don't want to just say, oh yeah, it's a draw. It'll go quite a bit over time, but I want to see one more battle between these two. So, I keep thinking if it's going to hit that ammo. But that looks highly unlikely now. So let's move on to the final round of them all, where it will get decided. Do you want to hit the ammo? Yeah, I mean, this not even come back any longer. Okay, next round, and this will be a final round that will decide it all forever. Okay, and now we're in for the fourth and final round. First round was to the sailing frigate of Joe's. The second round was a draw. The third round was to the HMS Rose. So, the Rose gets the first spawn in, as it's on the evens, and the sailing frigate was spawn in second. And the first round was definitely won to the sailing frigate for just knocking out everything the Rose had to defend itself. But this round will be interesting. I mean, the second just dragged on, so, you know, it'd been a matter of sitting there for what could be half an hour or so, watching and waiting. And the third round was, well, it was immediately to the Rose. I mean, it blew the ammo barrels clean out of the WarYacht. But the WarYacht, it's got a lot more power in the initial strike. If it can keep that initial strike, then it will be victorious. Let's find out. And unfortunately, I keep spawning that a little bit too high, but that means it dodges the initial volley from the HMS Rose, which is in a way a lifesaver for it. There we go, and we see that initial volley go back in from the second volley from the Rose go in. But sailing frigate is determined to get as much damage as it can do. But whew. And Rose has lost its rear sail again, as always. But it's got the speed advantage again, which could give it the victory here, if it can maintain that ammo. I mean, it's lost a fair bit of the cannon along the bottom, so that's probably reduced it to only about a 15 gun. So it's not great. Whilst the WarYacht here has next to no sail power, so it needs to hope that it can get the ammo barrels or something to wreck the HMS Rose now. Otherwise, we could be looking at a victory for the Rose. But I don't know. I mean, oh, it's got to sail back. It's got to sail back, and that could clinch it if we can get that corner in. Let's find out. I mean, the Rose is in a very tight predicament here because it's now leveled itself to rake the WarYacht. It does not have the ability to get itself back on track, I think. It's going to have to hope that it can do something here. Because that WarYacht, once it gets its guns on target, it will not take any mercy. And it seems to be that the WarYacht is coming in for blood. I mean, it's moving too fast for the cannons to reliably hit. The Rose is trying to correct, but I think we're going for ram. I don't know if that's saying that's just the AI going a little bit crazy, or what is going on. It's madness. And the WarYacht's not even firing, it's just staying directly at the Rose. I mean, what? I don't know what it's doing. Even though it's just getting in really tight to properly slam those cannons straight into it. Yeah, it looks like it's going straight in to do the most damage physically possible. Here we are. Yeah. So it comes in to just completely and utterly nail it, and we get that beautiful little broadside effect as each ship tries to tear the other one apart. But the sailing frigate seems much faster than the Rose, so that could change it. I mean, it's beautiful to see ships like this duking it out. I mean, the frame rate's right now. I mean, I need to upgrade this to a proper rig soon, so I can get some proper battleships in. But I mean, these ships are just tearing each other apart. It's beautiful. It's pure beauty. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's sort of just WarYacht has a lot of damage going along to it, and its AI is presently being exposed. Whereas I believe the AI for the AI over here is getting completely and utterly torn out. I think. Not too sure the it's gone straight to the AI of the Rose. I mean, this might be an upset. Well, I don't know how it could be an upset, but Rose is definitely suffering. I mean, oh, hang on, or not. I just hit that ammo barrel again. This could be a game ender. If the AI can remain functional for long enough to disable the cannons, because it's one right now. I think I'll call for whoever stopped firing. But that AI is looking very exposed, and if that engine runs out of power, then that'd be the WarYacht completely out of action. Whereas on the Rose, I mean, look at that, it's just a hole. It's as if it was trying to tear the entirety of this apart. Well, still seems to be a close match-up. I mean, one has nearly lost its AI, one has lost its ammo. Could still definitely go either way. But it's looking pretty bad for the WarYacht over here. I believe shells are now starting to go straight through it. So, yep, they're starting to fire straight through the other side, out the top of this yacht. It's not good for it whatsoever. I mean, that was fairly intense. I honestly thought for a second the WarYacht was going to knock the Rose out and just take out both its mainframes and its ammo, but it would appear that, oh, hello. WarYacht has just done a little surprise there, taking out the Rose's rigging. I mean, that could, I mean, it's still out with just one or two cannons, and it's done all that. It's fighting admirably. That's the only way to describe it. I mean, that could silence the Rose, but it needs to hope that damage does not get any worse. That's what I mean. Yeah, we're gonna see only the bit of the rose that it needs to hang on to. Because if it loses that, this battle was lost for it. It was enjoying a little bit of cover for a sec. Now start rigging the wreckage down in the water. It's just blocking cannon fire. Well, it's just a game. Somehow. The one is capsizing really badly, and the other has minimal things to keep it going. I think I may have to actually may have to call this one a loss of WarYacht. I mean, it's not. It is no longer, that engine is no longer running as often. I mean, it might have covered. I just realised I say mean a lot. But I'm getting a lot of combat from WarYacht. It is quite bad. It's having torn up. It is suffering a heap of damage here. But I don't think it can recover them. Whereas Rose here, it's recovering quite well from the damage. So I think I'll have to call this one a victory against Rose. I mean, they both fought very, very well. They fought hard for the victory here. One I thought Rose was going to lose its area and get bowed, but it didn't somehow. Actually, I thought it was going to get bowed. It bowed the WarYacht, which is unexpected to say the least. I think that's the best way of describing it. But yeah, that WarYacht seems definitely like it's missing a great deal of it. Yeah, it's not recovering. But I'll put a link in the description for the WarYacht. It's made by a user. I believe it's. I said it wrong again, aren't I? It's Joe47321 or wait, no, it's 12473. So 12473. I hope. I'm sorry if I got it wrong again. And this is Joe's 40 gun WarYacht. It's a beautiful little ship. I mean, look at it. It's just very nice to look at. And it's just a nice little ship. It's got a lot of firepower for its size. I mean, 40 guns total. That's, I believe, a 18 gun broadside. Because it's got 2 on the rear here. I don't think he's got any stern guns. It's entirely walkable. It's a massive plus. And yeah, I mean, it's a very strong competitor against other sailing ships. The Rose is a late runner in a series of my sailing design, so it has some elements of it that will perfect it a bit, but the only reason this succeeded is just because of the size of it. Strangely enough, the opposite of what I said earlier, but simply because of the size of it, it survived a little bit better. I think if, I don't know, improvements, I'd say it's difficult with a ship like this. Your ammo is always going to be really exposed. That's why I decided to drop the entire concept of using any engines in my ship, so I just stuck with, you know, wind power. It's problematic if you lose your sail. However, you see here the ammo barrels are nicely kept in the middle and able to be reinforced. So I've put that as a massive bit. On a lot of ships, you'll see the 8-gun frigate, that's with 8 gun salute battle, the difference of having your ammo barrels exposed. But I believe this one is a victory for HMS Bow. I'll put links in the description for both of them. They're both available on the Steam Workshop. I sincerely hope you enjoyed watching this. I know it's a bit dull. I was not very good at the commentary, most likely. That's probably dreadful. But yeah, I'm hoping to make a series of battles. It will hopefully improve as I go along. I mean, I'm still very old YouTube thing, so yeah. But this is from the depths, early access game, around £15, I believe. It's a very good game. I mean, you get from battleships to spaceships to these. I mean, you get anything you want. I even saw some guy do a Namcat. I mean, what more do you want? Namcats and HMS Victory. Come on, it's perfect. Or I'll find Bismarck. It's a brilliant game. And there goes the other once more. But I definitely recommend trying out Joe's yacht. I mean, if you involve yourself a bit with the whole ship design, you can have a lot of fun. And just by having 2 of these, it is a lot of fun, especially if you're piloting one. I'm doing one in my Jackdaw remake to prove that, but very fun ships, definitely download. And thank you very much for watching. I've been elboydo, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.